Just when you think we'd get a happy ending, the show manages to say, nope, you're just gonna have to wait until December for season 2. But in the last 2 episodes of the first season, we see a few secrets revealed to us. Jin Woo-tuk's inferiority complex would lead him to believe Jin Ho-gyun had an affair with Jang Gang, which would explain his willingness to use sorcery to revive Boo-yeon. But as Jin Woo explains, the genesis of Jin Boo-yeon's immense divine power comes from being descended from both the Jin family and the Choi family, with Mage Choi being the first mage to cast Alchemy of Souls and to create the soul ejectors, which would prove our theory half correct. In a previous video, we described Mudeok as being descended from both Jin and So-gyung, but it turns out there was a third family. And this is where we get it correct. The Choi family, the ones who created the soul ejectors and created soul shifting.
With Chaemin Choi's wickedness finally revealed, she unleashes one last attempt to destroy the world. We see Jang Uk finally do something right, absorb the power which results in his demise. Somewhat anticlimactic if you ask me. With Chaemin Choi now out of the way, you'd think that we'd get a final episode full of flowers and lovey-dovey stuff.
그래요. 콩콩콩. 알콩달콩.
But of course, Jinmu manages to escape and finds a way to regain control of Naksu by way of sorcery left over by Chaemin Choi. Our biggest fear with Mudeok running wild finally comes true. And wow, did this ending really take a turn for the worse.
Oh wow, oh my goodness, where is the sugar? God, that was so crazy. You know, I thought it was kind of anticlimactic.
It was.
I was expecting some kind of epic battle with Jang Gang there and Master Lee to show up at some point. But then, you know, it just kind of, you know, the queen just unleashes this terrible power at a last attempt to like do something terrible, and then I guess that body is gone now, and like the queen can't shift souls back into that body.
They spent way too much time trying to provide closure for a lot of the romantic drama.
Yep.
That the fantasy drama suffered as a result, because we got so much with Donggu and Choyeon, we got so much with Park Jin and maidservant Kim, and of course we got some with Jang Uk and Mudeok, but we didn't get much of anything when it came to the fantasy drama and mystery surrounding the queen, Chaemin Choi and Jang Uk. Like, we were like, what's Jang Uk got to do with this? He's got to do something big, but he just returns to absorb that power and die and like turn to ashes. A lot of shows suffer from doing this. They kind of turn the dial down on trying to provide a worthy payoff for this one thing that we've been chasing this entire season in order to create an opening for the second season.
Yeah, but
and
you know what?
And this was the disappointment.
I mean, I was disappointed, but then at the turn or the flip of a finger, it was just like, this is why they lulled us to sleep until the very last 10-15 minutes of the episode, of episode 20, and everything exploded. Mudeok runs wild, and amidst all of that chaos, she kills Jang Uk, and my heart sank as soon as that happened.
I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Like, I knew when they were putting the funeral pyre together and they put Jang Uk there, I was like, where's Master Lee? He's gonna come in at some point, because I know they were fishing, they were talking about something, and in season 2 they're gonna go back to that conversation and Master Lee's gonna be like, you know, you're gonna end up dying trying to protect Mudeok. But that's besides the point. We'll see that in the future. That's one of my theories going into season 2. But no, I mean, that part was definitely impactful. But the overall fantasy drama suffered because the payoff of this first season's mystery, Chaemin Choi, the queen's body, Jang Uk,
it felt underwhelming.
Like, it was just like this like 10-minute spectacle in front of the king. They found the real body, and then like Chaemin Choi was exposed, and then Jang Uk came in, and then like it was over.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that way, but you know what? Let's not focus on that for now. Let's focus on what just happened in the final 10-15 minutes of the last episode, because that blew my mind. Okay, so Mudeok runs wild because Jinmu actually kind of inherits Chaemin Choi's little trinkets. She runs wild. She jumps into the lake. Jang Uk is resurrected from the power of the King's Star, which sets up everything and starts to kind of make our mind melt on what's about to happen for season 2.
Yeah, there's a lot to speculate from here on out, because everything just kind of opened up from here. With Mudeok and Naksu being hunted down and on the run, and Jang Uk being reborn, because we see in the previews
Yes.
that he has his powers back. He's fighting, and so like it was a misdirect to show us that, you know, Mudeok had given up her powers, Jang Uk had given up his powers,
Right.
but now we're getting a season 2, and they have to find a way to get their powers back to make it more dramatic.
Yeah, well, okay, so she jumps into the lake, and who is pulling her? I mean, like, there's so many things going through my mind right now. The rebirth, the power of the King Star. My initial thought was that the Ice Stone was used, and Jin Boyun got released, and Sol Run or whatever got released, and I could be totally wrong here, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. And you guys let us know in the comment section below what you think, or who you thought pulled Mudeok out of those waters. Because one last thing, because Jin Ho-kyung did ask Choyeon to kind of bring her back alive, bring her back alive no matter what, and maybe that has something to do with it.
So my kind of reach for season 2 has something to do with what you just said. And this has something to do with what we just saw in the preview. And that is Naksu's body. It was no longer Mudeok. Now, a lot of people are clamoring
Yes.
online about the actress not returning or returning, whether she's in season 2, simply because we see Naksu's actress. I think this has something to do with your theory and prediction for season 2, where the Ice Stone had separated everything, had separated Mudeok's body into the souls that were resided within that body. And so now we have Jin Sol-ran, we have young Jin Boyun, who is now young again, and then we have Naksu. They're all separated. And so that's why we see in the preview Naksu's body.
Yep.
And then in season 2, we might see young Jin Boyun
As Mudeok.
as young Boyun again.
As Jung Boyun. Oh, and then Mudeok is just...
Or maybe Mudeok.
Well,
it
that
makes
is
more
Mudeok's
sense.
body.
Yeah,
That
but
is
we don't
Mudeok's
have
body.
that actress
Yeah.
confirmed.
Okay,
just
well,
yet.
so a lot of speculation has happened online. Directors and the showrunners of the show has mentioned that they don't want to reveal too much about what's happening in season 2.
I think we've cracked it,
Who's
though.
acting? Who's the lead actor that's going to be involved in season 2? It's going to be only 10 episodes. But because they said that they don't want to reveal everything because it's a spoiler, I suspect, and I think this is what's going to happen, because they said that Jung So Min will reprise her role at some point in season 2. They just don't want to reveal it. Like, why would they? Like, I mean, why would they?
If it is to be believed that actress's involvement in season 2 is a spoiler, then that means that we will see both Naksu and Mudeok
Exactly.
separated, and then perhaps Sol Run. Who knows the two people that actually saved her?
It
and
could be
killed
like
Jeondae-oh.
it could be like their very last powers of their souls, like kind of solidifying in some sort to save her. I don't know, but
It could be because
the
the lake is, energy like
right.
manifesting.
I mean that
right?
it could be like this is all speculation and predictions and theories. Like we could be completely off here.
It's the most likely scenario given that we see Naksu's body. So there has to be
Yeah.
a separation of the soul and the body.
Yeah, and the explanation,
At the very least.
at least the explanation for Nox's body being existing is that so you'll preserve the body, and it was not actually Nox's body that got burned in that pyre earlier in the season. So I think that's why she exists in season 2.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait until December. Thank goodness it's not that far away. It is only a couple of months until
December, yeah.
December, so we'll have to wait that long to see the the culmination of this story unfold. But that's where we're at right now. But
Last but not least, just when you thought that Go Won was gonna be somebody that you ended up
Yeah.
loving at the end, man, he really disappointed me.
I mean, it was inevitable, right? A lot of people took a turn
Yeah.
in the last couple of minutes of this episode, but we'll see what happens. It could very well
see.
redeem himself.
Yes.
But let us know what you guys think, what's going to happen in season 2. Leave your comments in the comment section below. That'll do it for this
what a
video
season.
for season 1 of Alchemy of Souls. As we look forward to season 2, hit the like button, subscribe for more Asian entertainment and K-pop reactions, hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. But as always, this is where we're watching this Sunday. We'll see you guys in the next one. Kong 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 kong.
콩콩 콩 예. 아 예. 콩콩콩.